Joining us live now, the National Senator Matt Canavan. Senator, good to see you on what has been an historic morning so far. First of all, what do you make of AUKUS?
Well, it's the correct decision for difficult times for Australia. We can see that perhaps not since the inception of the ANZUS Treaty in 1951 has there been a more volatile strategic environment in our region. Keep in mind, 70 years ago, we were still in a war with the United States in Korea, fighting the Chinese Red Army who had gone across the Yalu River just a few months before. And we signed a historic agreement at that time to defend our security. It stood the test of time. Just a few weeks ago, we recognised the 70th anniversary of that agreement. And it's right and proper now we update those security arrangements for ourselves, given the volatile environment where we are in. It's also welcome to see the UK involved here. They remain an important partner in the Pacific region, and I think the world is looking to our region to make sure that we maintain peace and security across the globe.
At the centre of this is the French deal with subs that appeared to be going nowhere and very slowly. Was it doomed from the start?
Well, look, I'm not exactly aware of where the deal around the French submarines will go now. I myself have been an advocate for looking at nuclear subs, but not necessarily saying no to the diesel subs. Countries that have nuclear subs often do have both different types and they can serve different purposes. So I'll leave matters around the contractual arrangements with the naval group to those who are much more familiar with the details. But I do think it's extremely positive and the correct decision for Australia to look to build a nuclear submarine capability. We will become one of only 7 countries, or 6 countries at the moment. We'll become the 7th country only in the world to adopt nuclear submarine technology. And that's right and proper given the importance of our place in the region. It'll significantly, nuclear submarines will significantly increase Australia's security in volatile times, and this is the right decision for our country.
How long can it take, realistically, before we have them?
Look, I'm not an expert at that, but I do always often, when this sort of question is asked, revert back to the wise Chinese proverb that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. And so, yes, it will take, of course, time to develop this capability and technology. But that's even more reason not to delay difficult decisions like this. It is a significant one for our country. I know it will be one that will be somewhat controversial, but it is the right decision to secure our freedom, to secure our rights in Australia.
Do you expect that there'd be some kind of political blowback from the French?
Look, I mean, as I say, I'm not speculating on the arrangements with the naval group. I'm sure Australia will maintain all its contractual obligations through what we need to do. Sometimes, of course, though, business deals don't always work out, even mid-contract. So if we've got to make the right decisions for Australia and our national security, not worry so much about the details of other countries. Of course, I'm sure we'll work productively with France as an important ally as we negotiate arrangements around nuclear submarine technology.
Does this open the door now to a nuclear industry in Australia? And if not, is it a missed opportunity?
Well, I think we should look at nuclear power too. I've been an advocate for that, as are some of my National Senate colleagues like Sam McMahon. Again, it's another difficult decision, but it would appear to be the right one for Australia at this time, given our security requirements, given our power deficiencies, our reliable power deficiencies. We should be looking at nuclear power technologies as well. I mean, I would make the point that of the 6 countries with nuclear submarines, all of them have nuclear power as well. And so it would make sense for us to look at the nuclear power requirements for Australia alongside nuclear submarines. It would presumably only enhance our capabilities in terms of maintaining and putting to sea a fleet of nuclear submarines, also have the nuclear power technologies. Nuclear industries are not new to Australia. We have a world-leading medical research reactor at Lucas Heights in Sydney. We have great nuclear scientists and technologies But obviously, developing nuclear power would only enhance those, along with a nuclear submarine.
Can you build? I mean, I'm the same as you. I'm no expert. Can you build a nuclear submarine? The Prime Minister said this morning that he wants to still do it in Adelaide, but can you build a nuclear sub without an industry?
Well, look, I'm not an expert on that at all. I can only make that point that all countries with nuclear submarines do have nuclear power as well. So obviously building a nuclear submarine fleet without nuclear power technologies would be something unique in this country, but unique things can be done from time to time. And of course, I'm sure we do have very strong relationships with the US and UK. And this agreement, the AUKUS agreement, will only enhance that cooperation and technology. So we won't be operating nuclear submarines on an island, so to speak. We will have strong partners in that technological development. But of course, I think we should have a discussion about nuclear power. I've been saying that for a long time. That's somewhat independent of the nuclear submarines situation. But I think we should at least discuss that with the experts about whether or not developing nuclear power alongside this, the introduction of nuclear submarines would make sense.
Okay, Matt Canavan, appreciate your time this morning as always. We'll talk to you again soon.